Hey D Squad!
What's up guys? Welcome back to the channel.
Welcome back to another video.
Alright, so there have been some recent updates. You get me, as it relates to NHT and the St. Catherine Estate development.
And big up to all of our subscribers who saw us, like big up.
Alright.
And I do appreciate what you guys do. Thank you for providing information for persons who can access it.
Yes, we appreciate your support.
Yeah man.
And thanks for saying hi.
Yes.
You know, so.
Yeah man, so basically there's been, as I said, some new updates as it relates to St. Catherine Estate. I just want to share it with you guys. So as it relates to St. Catherine Estate and how they're gonna go about the sales, we thought that HAJ were gonna be the only ones selling.
Yeah.
And now we're hearing that NHT will be selling 50% of the units at St. Catherine Estate.
Yeah, so we were actually quite shocked. So guys, first of all, I was kind of shocked when agent said to me NHT is having an open day today, at the time today, over by St. Catherine Estate. And I'm like, what do you mean? Hasn't HAJ already done an open day and collected names and all kind of process and persons bum rush? She's like, what's going on now? So we were rather shocked and we were kind of confused because we were like,
yeah. Because to be honest, I saw the messages from before, from early in the week. I saw the messages, but to be honest, I never pay attention to them because we already covered the St. Catherine Estate development, and we basically put out all the information. We got the persons to apply, all of who we know apply and everything. But we come to understand that NHT will be selling half. So
this video is basically an update video for those who are interested in St. Catherine Estate. And I guess it's also us sharing our thoughts and what we experienced basically in this process. Yeah. Because I think that is quite confusing. That was how I felt when I heard NHT was doing an open day. I was like, what? Because there wasn't any communication done to say, okay, NHT will be selling these houses as well. All information basically sent you to HAJ to get this.
And
so,
to be honest too guys, I know of persons who submitted applications on time. They had everything, all the pre-requirements, they had them, and they haven't heard anything from HAJ. Is this thing like a pipe dream for persons to actually own one of these affordable houses? Are low-income persons actually being sold a dream, or is it a reality? Is it legit, you know?
Yeah, so basically we were investigating for y'all, and this is what we found. So we went there, we actually saw that they got the open day. It was actually a lot more organized than the HAJ open day that they had, but that was just chaos and crowd.
You know why? Because it's less persons.
Less persons.
Because most persons run into the HAJ launch already and sign up already. That's why.
And them art say, Lord, I already apply, me just wait. But anyways, so we went there, we actually approached the booth, we went inside. It was not really a signing up day. You couldn't register. Rather what they were doing was giving persons the opportunity to look at the units. Right. So we went inside and we got the opportunity to talk to a few of the NHT workers there and get a few information. So what we were told is that the 1,500 plus homes that will be built will be split in half. Yes. So HAJ will sell half and NHT will sell half.
By the way guys, online applications begin May 25th to the 27th. So from May 25th to the 27th, the application will go live on NHT website. So look out for that. So if you don't apply yet through HAJ, apply through the NHT. Or even apply already with HAJ, but that's still apply also. Because guys, about 100 houses they're gonna be having in total, like for the first phase or whatever, and NHT will be selling only 50 dege house.
And only 47 will be available for persons to apply, because the other 3 homes are reserved for persons in a particular category.
Persons, 3 houses for persons in a category.
So like police officers, disabled persons. I don't know all the persons on the list, but those 3 homes will be reserved for persons from that list.
Me be frank, a joke thing. 3 house, joke thing.
I guess for every batch that they have, they're probably gonna have a small allocation to them. But what we were told is that basically you apply on this specific day online. I am assuming that it's going to be a gridlock online, and you're going to have the NHT website being locked, and most persons won't be able to apply, because that's what happens when you have a multitude of persons trying to use the website at the same time. And this is a government website, so I don't anticipate them putting any steps in place to facilitate the crowd. Anyways, so you apply online. I asked, so what is the criteria? What is the selection process like? Because I have heard persons complaining about the selection process for NHT homes. What I was told is it will be it is basically a
point system, quote unquote,
a point system with other requirements. So it's a point system. I was told that every year you throw NHT, you get 20 points. So the person with the most points will be selected, will be bumped further up the list.
Plus, depending on where you live, like if you live and work in St. Catherine,
close to the location,
and you know, if you can afford. So what I'm saying, 50 houses, there will be like a panel that actually decides who get the houses. So ultimately, your fate as a low-income earner who is eagerly anticipating owning one of these homes, your fate is not in your own hands. So it's not like a first-come, first-served basis.
And like say, you can get up out to your bed and bleach and wipe out the sweat and go down the first thing. You can't do that.
No.
Basically, it's a selection criteria. And when you're called, or if you are selected, and for some reason you falter, or there's some process, some way the process stops, then you are bumped off and the next person is gathered from the list. What we were also told is they're only gonna be selling the first 50 units, but if you apply for this first initial 50 and you weren't selected, then you are not going to be on a waiting list.
You have to go reapply again.
Yes, you have to listen out again. So when the other 50 or 100 comes out, you have to listen out so that you can apply again.
So this thing just coming like, you know, like, you know, your ear say, like salvation is up the road and you run go and you say, right, no, it lock off and you up the next road and you run go and then you say, no, the door you lock, the next door you run. It just come like a pipe dream, guys. Like it's very daunting for even prospective buyers, because as we say, guys, only 50 units and persons will be chosen. So ultimately, if you are a young professional, just it's sticky upon you. Pretty put it that way there.
I don't even know.
Even with the HAJ, right? They had a survey thing. So even before the houses were started selling, so they say fill out a survey and then you will be contacted or whatever. Nobody was contacted. Nobody was contacted. Even though we didn't really have interest in purchasing one of these.
We know persons who
did, and we still sign up for the survey, you know, because we wanted information. We never get contacted. We just hear say them are gonna have an open house for the HAJ, and we inform persons to go over. So overall, guys, this whole thing is almost, would I say, disorganized in a way, you know.
It's I think it's just kind of
chaotic.
It's chaotic.
They set it up very chaotic
because I think we already own homes, but I think we were still very excited. We were always excited about us. We don't know what to do. But anyways, persons around us who didn't own homes and were interested in this, we were excited for them. But I think that this is a very daunting task now. I remember speaking to some nurses up UWI, and I remember them saying, one particular nurse saying, boy, I should give up my NHT because it's never, she don't foresee herself ever being qualified for one of NHT homes or NHT projects, because only the old people them alone them sell them all. So that's she say me not all, and only the old people them alone can get them house. That's what she said. And when we read it about it, it makes sense, because if it's a point system, then I'm on their person look right now more. So basically, the more years you contribute to NHT, the more points you get, and the better your chances of being selected. And I think that, you know, it's kind of daunting for young persons who have the hopes of owning a home early to get one of these homes from NHT. And normally NHT will be the one that you get the most affordable homes from. So then you're looking at basically going out there to check the private market to see what you can own.
Right, guys, and the private market is very expensive. NHT only lend a maximum of 6.5 million for new development. So, and most of these new developments now, guys, are selling for 15 million, 13, 15 million and over, right? So, ultimately, as a single person,
it's
hard.
The next
it's hard.
thing,
It's very difficult.
If it's a single person, now what I highlighted in the comments and what's happening with these nurses, like if are you one, it makes it even worse. You are in such a daunting situation when it comes to actually owning our own home as it relates to, versus a couple trying to buy a house together.
Yep.
So I think that as it relates to NHT, a lot of persons who have gone the route and have before tried to get a house through NHT, I think that they've bucked up on a lot of obstacles. And I think what they have faced is basically difficulties. And one of the NHT ladies said that there's more dog than bone. There's more persons desiring to own a home than the homes that are produced.
Look at this, guys. Imagine 50 NHT themselves putting 50 homes on the market. Remember, NHT employs themselves one house to, you know. And I mean, a Jamaica we live in, and you know, at the end of the day, it's all about who you know. So yeah, though they put it out that you have to apply to this portal when the portal opens. As we say, it's May 25th to the 27th, the portal will open. But just know, say, a Jamaica we live in, and unnecessarily all of them houses can actually come on the market to the average or the random person. Just know, say, it just, you know,
it's a very daunting process. What I would say, if you're not Christian, go and fast and pray, love.
Yeah.
Because I just think that you have to be in good luck, and it has to be a blessing, as me as see try not forget to it.
We just tell you how it go, you know. We just tell you, we just have to be real, we just have to be frank. We're being candid. This is a candid thing, you know.
We're not trying to bash anybody, because we really do appreciate NHT and we use them. We appreciate the housing solutions that they offer, but there are basically so many persons in our society that want homes that the need is just not being filled completely. But we do appreciate everything that they do. But look at it. The selection process alone would have pushed me away.
Just no bother. We just no bother.
When we think about that point system there, one would have to go call up my grandma and mom do something. So grandma come. I'm not giving you no ideas. I'm not giving ideas.
But no, you can call up your grandmother still. As it relates to catching estate, we've done several videos already on our channel with details on this. If you want to learn about the catching estate, if you want to see the model unit tour, you can check the link in the description right now. Pin comments, you'll see the tour right down there. Alright, the houses are actually sold for, so the duplex studio units are 6 million to 6.8 million, and the one bedroom units are 7 million to 7.95 million. Alright, so as I say, if you don't want more details about the houses, and you can check the previous videos that we did. Link will be in the pinned comments and also in the description. Alright,
and guys, catching estate is not the only project or the only development that NHT is working on or has been working on. So I would recommend, especially if persons have, if you know say I taught NHT for a long time, and if you go at NHT, go on the NHT website and look at the projects that they have and see which ones you are qualified for. Call. And what I would say is, if you go to NHT and you speak to somebody and then not give you no favorable response, don't leave and say me done. You have to be persistent.
And that's the next thing as well.
Go to somebody else.
That's the next thing as well with NHT. Me I tell you no say, and again guys, I'm not really bash NHT. My experience is that if you talk to 3 persons, you probably get 3 different responses. Right? Even in terms of you being qualified or not, because I know of somebody that they recently started, like within the last few years, they signed up for NHT and been throwing their contributions, and they actually went in, provided their TRN, and asked the person at their desk, am I qualified? The person said, no, you're not qualified yet, and there were some lands for sale that they wanted to capitalize on. And you find out say basically the person got demotivated because them say, right, the land them a sell and I'm not qualified yet, so I'm gonna lose out. The person actually lost sleep and everything because of the whole thing. One mind say for them get up back early in the morning and go on different branch. She go on different branch, go at the rep, sit down, the lady bam 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 on the computer. Voila, lo and behold, she been qualified based on the time frame. So guys, we said this to say you have to be persistent with, and it's related to the NHT. You can't just check one person or just check one piece of information and just feel like I hit that. Be persistent, you know?
And I've actually my own experience. So I've actually called NHT before trying to get information on one of the projects that they had, and the person online basically could offer me the customer service. I don't know what position they were, but they were the one that I was directed to. They had no information to give me. Nothing at all. And I think that this is not an NHT problem. I think it's a government problem, where proper information is not passed down through the chains. A decision is like, even if a decision was made by the group or by the board or whoever made the decisions, the communication is not done properly so that everybody can know accurately this is what will happen. And the public, me and you, the average person in Jamaica, is left now to dig through the system, dig through the rubble, and if you have somebody in the association or in in whatever, then you're lost. Because when you call, the person we talk to on the phone don't have no information. And even if they have information, the information with them have is not accurate.
True.
So if you go by the information with them have, you're gonna be lost. It's like, to me, sometimes it's just very daunting, as Adrian said. But guys, we have what information where we know what I always tell you. I mean, uno must tell we too. Yep. But when I say uno don't like share information, uno must stop it.
By the way, I'm just gonna say this. I think, mind you, the NHT is one of the best run government institutions in Jamaica. May I say that? One of the best run government institutions in Jamaica, or maybe the best run. Despite all the limitations with the NHT, I mean in terms of in terms of the staff, how well trained they are and so on. And in terms of, you know, the professionalism of the staff, the offices, you know, all them kind of stuff. One of the best run government institutions in Jamaica. So,
and one of the most appreciated.
Yeah. So guys, me not say NHT is all bad, because we live within a landscape, and a landscape is Jamaica, and Jamaica have its own cultures, and it does so happen that the persons that work there are Jamaicans as well. So yeah, but anyway, that's what I say. You know, me as a try say them are Jamaican too, so the same kind of culture, they live within a cultural landscape. That's why the limitations are there, you know, because of the cultural landscape.
I just think that for the average person who is trying to get one of these units, they're going to come up very frustrated. As I think we
the majority, because it's less than 2,000 homes. It's probably about 1,500 or 1,600 homes, and it's tens of thousands of people that apply. So naturally, the majority will be frustrated.
And I think what is daunting to me, especially for the NHT portion that is being sold, this is all point system. Like, me can't just show up with all my qualifications and just get a home after it's a criteria that's, you know, I have to fit into, and then if I don't, then, you know,
and I'm at the mercy of other persons. So another man will just get up and say, you know, put that one to the wayside, you know, push up that one,
But probably I don't really want to say so, but it's just the criteria. Like, if it just so happen that if you're in this batch of 50, and if you have 50 people who are sure NHT from 20 years ago, you're sad, brother. You're sad, my sister. You just sad. So I think that NHT is a great thing, but I just think that in this particular day and age, with so many persons desiring homes, it's a really frustrating process, especially for NHT run projects or sold homes. You know, so yeah. So I hope this video was informative. I hope it was interesting. Let us know your opinion in the comment section. Let us know your experience. And yeah, Give us a thumbs up on this video. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. No fun, watch the video and not subscribe. When you subscribe, you actually help us. You actually put our videos so more persons can actually find our video.
And the like button as well. Liking the video definitely helps us as well. So we appreciate that. Alright guys.
And when you subscribe, remember, turn on your post notification bell. Put the setting on all. That's the one with the dancing icons. Alright, so guys, check out our other videos. Binge watch the Del Pratt family. Okay, go and go look on Jaden's birthday in Belly Bus. Glad bag buster. Check out our other content. Yeah, and what good.
We out guys. Peace.
Peace.